I finished with Mage yesterday. I'm really happy. It was actually a turn 7 win. Took me a while to get it because Counterspell wasn't helping. I decided to switch to Spellbender, one of my favorite cards that normally my opponent they would test with coin because they're so more used to Counterspell. I chose to use instead Spellbender.
You look dead tired. Come in, relax.
So I managed to successfully beat the Lich King with Mage, or at least have it in the deck. I don't even remember it, but I don't remember the exact order of the turns and draws that I got for that game. But I'm glad I did it. So anyway, back to my title page here. I've looked up Hearthpwn. I was just trying to see what's going on, what's in the quote unquote news, and on the third column, I saw that there was some mention about Kel'Thuzad in Warrior, and Blootwo wrote about it. So I decided to check it out, and I decided to try the deck out. But I am definitely going to see what cards I think is good for the early game, and so I think I'm going to. You will be milling his cards. Alright, so I need taunts now. And the brawl, of course. Don't forget the brawls. But I need taunt cards. So let's just go back and check the taunts. Need all the taunts that I can get. I don't think I want that. It's just too slow now, and I definitely want to be able to draw into my cards quicker. The necessary combination of Kel'Thuzad, Public Defender, and Scale Nightmare. So I think most of the water cards are done. I probably still want a Fiery War Axe at some point. I'm just gonna start going through the neutral cards quickly. So I'm speeding up the neutral card section. Uh oh yeah, I want to be able to draw cards quickly in the early game. So I think I'm gonna play that damaging card with Acolyte. And I think you see people do that in Constructed. They would play that 1/3 and then they would coin out Acolyte, or hopefully the that 1/3 survives to take advantage of take advantage with Acolyte of Pain. So Shield Maidens are important to gain armor. And back to the neutrals again. I'm gonna be slowly making room for more cards that I still haven't added that I mentioned. That's within the Bluetooth deck list and the important cards. I think I am not gonna be playing two loot hoarders, not gonna be playing two mountain fires, and I was thinking about mountain fires with the one defender of Argus, but I think I'm gonna make room for Tharazan and all the 6 drops that I need for And I'm gonna be looking at my skilled nightmare. I think I only have one. Yeah. As I thought. I remember back in the day when I was doing pack openings that I only obtained one. I do have actually enough dust to craft a second one, but I don't think I want to do so just for this. I think one is sufficient. Of course, if I happen to draw into it, one is sufficient. But if you want consistency, then you probably want two. There is always other ways, like Frothing Berserker, I believe was mentioned. Um, but then again, you also need more creatures on the board, as well as your area effects, like Blood Razor, uh, and the Ghoul. So do I really want to play with Mountain Fire and Defend of Argus? I think that's the biggest question for me. I just feel like I don't have the room to play those. I would love to play those, and that's why I added them. I really want to gain armor more quickly instead of just Justicar, but I think it's really difficult, so I'm just gonna take both out in the end. Creatively though, I really want that to work. Now, going since I went wild, Fierce Monkey is amazing. So I need to decide how I can include Fierce Monkey into the early game. I think two Bloodhoods Braves is too much, and probably two Alley Armorsmiths is also too much because it's gonna be too slow. Hmm. I made room for the ghouls now. The Ravaging Ghouls are really nice to just hurt them down for Blood Razor area effect to work. Now, the question here is, do I want a Fierce Monkey and Bash? Actually, I think Bouncing Blade would work. Because in the early game, I only have one creature, and if it happens to be Acolyte, I can draw more cards very quickly. And it is a form of removal as well if I don't have any creatures on my side of the board. Taunts. So here I mentioned, or at least I feel like I don't have time to play two Ellie Armor Smiths. And alright, I think I made room for the Fiery War Axe, and uh, I believe the Fiery War Axe, the importance of Fiery War Axe is not just because it's warrior, but also because of the 2/3 creatures. There are two of them, right? One that adds a Death Knight card to your hand, and the other is the Serenite Chain Gang.
Look
And
at what you've become. Are we really so different, you and I?
well, here we go. Let's see if I can also do it on the first try. And again, this is my first game of the day, so my Hearthstone is taking a while to load.
Garrosh versus the Lich King!
once I have broken you.
For the Lich King.
Alright, where's my one Fiery War Axe? I guess I should have put two Fiery War Axes. There's my Acolyte. That helps. That really helps.
Let the pain speak to me.
How do you shuffle those cards without feeling sorry for yourself?
Winter is here, and it's cold.
There's my Kel'Thuzad. Okay, so I have my Public Defender and Kel'Thuzad now. So I know that I have the combo. Now I just need to stall and wait for my Skilled Nightmare. And I only have one in the deck list, so that would be an issue if I don't draw into it. Got an interesting taunt card, which will help even more. I mean, I have obviously other taunts, but whatever helps me in this early game, I will take advantage of it. So I guess I'll play it. Okay, freezes it. And there's that OP card. So how will I deal with this board? They were previously lower health, but now that the Lich King buffed them all up, I guess I'll just have to wait until that phase. Wait until Frostmourne. Right? I mean, what can I do? I guess I'll just play my other taunt. Because earlier I was deciding between that Voodoo Hexer taunt or Ally Armorsmith. Shield Maiden. That's good. That's good. That's gonna help me during the phases. I mean, I am down on health, but I'm not low at all, and I want to build as much armor as I can. So I think I want to get rid of the Sludge Belcher, at least the first part of the taunt, so I'm gonna use the Shield Slam that I added into the deck following the deck list. In this way, later on, I have less to deal with. Should I shield block to draw, or can I just wait? I mean, the only card that I'm needing now is Scaled Nightmare. And here we go. The Frostmourne phase is on. Hearthstone, load please, thank you. Okay. Loot Hoarder. Alright, so before that, this is the important part, is to brawl with no creatures on your side. Leaving him just one. That was the crucial instruction. Here, I think I'm just gonna play my Loot Hoarder. Yeah. I mean, I definitely don't want to kill that lasts soul. But I just have to play enough cards to keep drawing. There's the buffing weapons in hand and deck card, and there's the one that goes well with Acolyte of Pain in the early game if I drew it first. But here I got it instead. So I'm just trying to wait for turn 10. And so now I'm shield block, and there's my Justicar. Okay, good. But I don't think I can play Justicar here because then he would trade and the soul would die. So I'm gonna wait until turn 10. Once I blocked away, then I can drop whatever I want and whatever I need to buff up my armor. Alright, another shield block. Alright, here we go. I have the Kel'Thuzad and the Public Defender all in the very left of my hand. So this should work, right? Yeah, it did. Okay. So it is working. Well, this is pretty much GG as soon as I draw Skill Nightmare. Anyway, time for the Resident Sleeper play. Armor up, Justicar, armor up. I meant tech up. Sorry. There's my second Shield Slam. I think I'm just gonna play Shield Maiden and gain as much armor as I can get. I think so. Yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna be doing. So I'm just waiting for my Skilled Nightmare. Speaking of Skilled Nightmare, finally got it. Which is good, because I don't really want to stall too long. But I mean, I only have one, so that makes it a lot more difficult to get it. There's the Fiery War Axe that I wanted earlier on. Play my second Shield Maiden, tank up, keep waiting for my Skilled Nightmare to scale. Ha ha ha. Second Public Defender, let's just do that, put it beside the first one, tank up, and just keep waiting. Should I play? No, I can wait. I can wait, right? And he starts milling. Acolyte, I don't need Acolyte. I don't need my second Acolyte. Bone Mare, milled. Nice. Ravaging Ghoul. I think I'm just gonna tank up. I don't have room on the board. And I just gotta wait a little longer. Second Blood Razor milled. It's fine. I did add Deadman's Hand into my deck. Oh. Keep speaking of stuff. Well, I mean, I know that I haven't drawn it, so, and I'm down in cards now, so obviously I should know what is remaining in my in the remainder of my deck. Alright, so I have 256 damage on the Scaled Nightmare. I believe I have it here. Earlier I took out the Sludge Belcher's first form, the 3/5, so I wouldn't lose a creature, and I really hope to not damage both my KT and my Skilled Nightmare because I want them to be they are my guests, they're my VIPs. Okay, so I'm gonna trade my Justicar here and see the remainder of the taunts pop up. The Slime especially, and the 2 Serenite Chain Gangs that I did not have my Fiery War Axe for, which is why I'm gonna be playing my Fiery War Axe here to take out one of them. so that I don't have to damage KT and Skilled Nightmare. What else do I want to do? Nothing, right? I have 256 and he only has 160 health, effective health. So here we go. We did it. A very nice deck list written by Blootwo, and probably other people have also maybe wanted to try Kel'Thuzad presence once again. I know that I remember playing a very funny Kel'Thuzad Deathlord deck against Razuvius, the one where he has student taunts just like the public defender, and I messed around with getting Ysera and Sunwalker, but I was trying really hard to heal my Kel'Thuzad, but Kel'Thuzad ripped.